divorce is finalized. So
It
like
is?
what I do from here on out, I can move forward, you know?
Were you too hesitant before kind of publicly revealing that you were back together? Did you take a beat before you posted the photos together? Were there any concerns about kind of letting the public back in on your relationship again?
I'm gonna be honest, at
This
that point, I didn't
time-
really even care because at this point, it doesn't bother me, you know? So like all I just wanted to do is prove to her that I cared about her and that I loved her, you know? So the best way to do it is just dive
Loved?
deep in.
Loved?
But,
Change your
huh?
change your
Tone.
no. Do you love me now or you love me?
No, I love you.
Oh yeah, you should.
So what did I say? I loved?
Yeah.
Whatever, love, it's the same.
Yeah, in your weird language.
No, but I care about her.
doesn't
I care
speak
about her as a
English.
person. Like I explained to her, don't read all these comments, don't read all of this stuff. Like don't dig into it because
Evan
they're
knows.
gonna
I've
tear
been
us,
through this with Evan.
they're gonna tear us apart. You know what I'm saying? And they're gonna draw their own conclusion. And it doesn't matter what we say or do, they're gonna just still draw their own conclusion.
And this time, hopefully I don't eat my words, but like I do really trust him.
Yeah.
Before, not at all.
Why do you trust him now?
Just from, I don't know. It's like he's really willing to change all this nonsense that he's been. I mean, I don't want to put it that way. Let me think. I don't know. He's just taking steps and making it known and being honest and having conversations rather than fighting. And
You know, I'm working on putting her first. That's about it.
Yeah.
And as long as she feels important and she feels first, and then it's a win-win for me.
Right. And now, like, as you guys were mentioning, there are a lot of opinions on social media about your relationship, and you really can't stop the trolls. But I wonder, how do you guys handle the online hate and keep your mental health in check when there is so much noise surrounding your relationship?
well, first you just have to remember, like, anybody who's taking the time to go out of their way and write a rude comment, like, I feel sorry for. And I hope that they find happiness within themselves. But that being said, it is hard. It's not easy to look at all these really rude comments. But, you know, like I said, I've done a lot of therapy and like gotten myself to a really, really solid place. It still hurts, but then, you know, I'll bring up some things that are like, somebody said this, and this is kind of bothering me. Could you clear this up? Or we'll just have a conversation. Whereas before, like, he might have been like, don't listen to it, brush it off. So,
And
like,
now I address it. Like I'll go comment something back, or I'll go say my side,
or it's just more important that we have a conversation between us. But yes, it is like, it's very nice that he's willing to go publicly and say, listen, like, here's a response. Go feel better about yourself.
Now, I know that your relationship has been very passionate at points. We've talked about starting a family together. I mean, what does the future look like for you two? Do you want to get married? Do you want to have kids? Like, what's going to happen?
I'm trying to show you something.
Are you engaged?
No,
Oh,
he's trying to.
Oh,
trying.
okay.
Because I tattooed her date of birth on my arm earlier.
okay. So that's
She's pretty pumped about it. I guess I don't know if she's pumped about it. But I've talked to her about moving in with me when we get back to LA. So that's like a big step.
oh, so you're gonna move in together.
We're gonna try it out.
Okay. How do you anticipate that going? Are you excited about moving in with Monty, Renée?
Yeah, no, we're on the same page of like what we want to be doing with our daily lifestyle. So, and
Yeah.
I also like, there's very few people that I can like sit and literally do nothing with and have the time of my life, and this is one of them. So, and like I said, I can't reiterate enough, like, you should be with somebody who's your friend first.
Yeah, 100%. So you want to get engaged, possibly, Monty, but I know that there is still a divorce to maybe get through. What is the update with you and Sheri there?
No, our divorce is finalized. So
It is?
like what I do from here on out, I can move forward, you know? And honestly, I don't want to miss an opportunity with someone I really care about, you know? So like, I'm excited that we're talking again. I'm excited. We're talking about moving in together. I'm excited that then I'm excited to see the next step in this relationship.
Yeah, I didn't realize that you finalized your divorce. That's amazing.
Louisiana's real easy. It's a lot different. But
Okay.
you have to figure we've been separated for over 2 years now. So like, when you go in front of the court system over here and you say, hey, we've been separated for over 2 years, we've been living apart for a year and a half, we've done our due diligence. There's nothing else that needs to be done. We go in front of a judge, I sign, she signs, and then we're on to the next step.
Oh, wow. When did that happen?
A couple months ago.
Okay. All right. And that probably must feel really good for you too, Renee, to know that that's kind of complete and in the past, and you two can move forward.
For sure. Yeah.
As a couple. Okay. So
I wish the public just to have an easier time being together was more aware and like didn't pick and choose what they want to hear or
draw their own conclusion.
Yeah. So it's easier for us, yes, but also like publicly I would like for people to actually like pay attention and not make up stuff and then run with it and then everybody else picks up on some lie.
Yeah.
And then calls me homework every day of my life. We're separated and the divorce is finalized and like no bad blood on my part with her at all. Actually during when we were broken up, I actually reached out. I was like, I understand if you never want to talk to me, but like we could be a source of comfort or just be there for each other. But slowly meeting the family.
Plotted to destroy me.
No, she didn't answer me.
No.
Because she might not want to hear from me. But no, we're slowly meeting the family. Eventually, we'll move on to the kids. I would like to meet Sheri before meeting the kids, just so she's comfortable.
Yeah. Are there plans to meet Sheri, Monty? Are you in communication with Sheri, and would she be willing to meet you and Renee?
I don't know. I hadn't made it that far yet.
Okay. We're taking it slow.
Gotcha.
Just so nobody's overwhelmed.
Right. And is there any communication with Sheri in terms of like co-parenting? Is there any sort of relationship that you have right now, Monty?
Oh yeah. I usually come down the second week of every month, So this is the first time I brought Renee down. But then I wanted Renee to come and meet my parents. Or my mom, and some of my brothers. It's Thanksgiving, it's my birthday's right around the corner. So I just wanted her to be included in my family, So I'm just excited that she's down here.
And it was just his son's birthday, so before I got here, he spent time with them. He's a good dad. He took them to school today, picked them up.
Okay, I love that. And so you eventually want to meet the boys. Renee, are there plans to maybe meet Addison in the future?
Yeah. Just making sure. I think oldest to youngest is the best way to go.
Oh, yeah, and it's such in the public eye. We have to be real cautious and and almost secretive, because the minute someone else grabs it, they're gonna be off to the races with it, and then they're gonna draw their own conclusion, and it's gonna be something that it's not even, So we just real mindful of everything we're doing.
Right. And Monty, I do have to ask, what is the current status of your relationship with Addison today? No,
we're good, man. It's my daughter, as I talked to her last week. So, even in the very beginning, she was understanding, so, that's a good thing about her. She's real open-minded. My boys, they're still real young, whereas Addison, she's 22. She's been through a lot more than the 15 and the 9-year-old.
Yeah. What is her opinion about your relationship with Renee? How does she feel about it?
Yeah, she wasn't bothered, and then but then over time, let me not even say over time, she was never bothered with it. But by the time we talked about it, whenever I guess the was hitting the fan, we had already not lived in the same house for almost a year and a half. So it's just, people are understanding, especially someone in your family who's saying, what did the other person think? If you're not living for a year and a half together, people are going on with their lives. Right.
Yeah, I think that a lot of people are also probably curious if Sheri has any thoughts and opinions about the relationship. Do you know what she thinks of you guys together?
That would be a hard no. Only because it's not something that we talk about on a normal basis. We're usually talking about our children, what our kids have to do, what's coming up, you know, so we try to stay off of that. Like, I'm not asking her about relationships, which I'm sure she's been in a few. And then she doesn't ask me what I'm doing.
Gotcha. Okay. What did you guys think of her and Young Gravy, though? Do you have any thoughts and opinions there? It kind of ended really quickly.
I thought it was silly, but that's me. But
people do what they have to do. A lot of the stuff is for press.
And if she's happy, let her be happy. You know what I'm saying?